Hi, welcome to our video. In this video, we will talk about code mixing in Chinese-Indonesian community in Surabaya. But before going deeper, let me introduce our group members first. So our group consists of Tirsa, Nawang, and Imelda. So without any further ado, let's move to our video. Check it out! Hi! Have you ever had a conversation with Indonesian Chinese who resides in Surabaya? Or at least, have you ever heard the way they speak? If you are aware, in daily communication, Surabayan Chinese often use a mixed language of Indonesian, Java, Mandarin, and so on. This is how a minority community identifies itself with dominant language varieties such as Javanese and Maduranese. On the other hand, English itself is a global language that is increasingly demanding to be mastered. Thus, many of them enter the English lexicon when interacting socially, especially with the younger generation. The use of mixed lexicon opens the possibility of language interference between the languages used. But before going deeper, let's talk about the terminology of this phenomenon. It is called code mixing, a combination of diverse linguistics units, words, affixes, phrases, and clauses from two separate systems or subsystems in one sentence with the same structure. In the community of translingual or multilingual speakers, code mixing is a pretty regular and natural occurrence.
Historical evidence shows the settlement of large Chinese families in East Java for centuries. The Chinese community in Surabaya entered into two waves, namely the first wave in the 13th until 15th centuries, which aimed to trade, and the second wave that came from South China. This group immigrated to Surabaya because of the chaos in China due to the change of dynasty from Ming to Qing in 1644. The Chinese immigration to Surabaya became more diversified as the 20th century progressed. They are no longer controlled by middle-class dealers of affluent merchants, but by craftsmen, small traders, unskilled to skilled workers from diverse socioeconomic strata. This move, of course, had an influence on their adjustment process in building the Chinese community social structure and system in new location. Surabaya's Chinese population continued to increase year after year. Surabaya's linguistic condition is essentially identical to that of Singapore, a country with the most complicated linguistic issues, including the multi-ethnicity and multilingualism at the same time. Hokkien, Mandarin, Indian, English, Malay are among the languages that combine harmoniously in Singapore. Surabaya, like Singapore, has a multilingual community with speakers of Javanese, Maduranese, Indonesian, Chinese, and another tribal language coexisting as a form of inter-ethnic communication. The Chinese population, being one of Surabayan's ethnic minorities, has a distinct communication style. Their conversational abilities are fairly good, and it has been demonstrated that they can cohabit with other tribal tribes for an extended period of time. In the trade system, ethnic Chinese have their own lingo or jargon that only their circle understand. Chinese people, on the other hand, have distinct makers in their everyday interaction with the surrounding community, which are influenced by their original languages, both Mandarin and Hokkien.
This code mixing has become a new subdialect that is sometimes called Bahasa Pasar Atom. Given the diversity of human languages, language has often also been used as a marker of identity within the greater human society. In this case, this language represents the Chinese people residing in Surabaya. According to the book An Introduction to Sociolinguistics, such switches or mixes are often very short and they are made primarily for social reasons to signal and actively construct the speaker's ethnic identity and solidarity with the addressee. Okay, so we have a very good example here. It's a short video from TikTok. A Surabayan Chinese girl performed their unique accent through a role play. Let's watch it together.
Shell, I mau ke bazar. You melok ah. Nanti after dari sana kita buy some food. Bazar baju ah. Where is it? Di Pakuan Mall. What time say? I wes kadung buat janji ambek papi I. Tik rumah sok lisen jam piro? Hah? Utian. Oke. I janjian jam 5. How? Berancangnya naik gitu. Dia naik wes sampai saling kabari ya. Just, I wes sampai meet me at Starbucks saya. Nitip hot cappuccino extra shot po oh. Okay. Hey Shell, sorry po telat. Rayar dek jalan iku. I almost nabrak kucing peci. Ya ampun. Halah, you tuh naik nyetir mesti ambek HP ya no. Itu loh cappuccino IDK ya. Saya kok toko enggak. Sans, piro ini? I transfer ya. 46.000 ya. Transferan simban aja. Ya ada 46.000 I transfer gomban aja wes kalian mana QR ini. Oke, I wes transfer ya. Itu you pesen apa? Jadi ya pesen karamel macchiato yo basic lah. Tapi soto hauce hari ini. Soto watery gitu loh. Situ esnya cair paling. Ambek kok Kevin ya apa? Situ. Wes gak kira situ. Ciong tiba beda 6 tahun. Papaku lek ngerti ngomel pasti. Iya sih, nek ciong gitu not good for you lah in the future. Ayo wes, naik ke atas saya.
So from the TikTok video that we have watched before, we can conclude that the speaker used 4 languages, namely the first one is English words, the use of I and you pronoun, and the second is aku almost nabrak kucing, which means I almost hit a cat, and the third is IDK. It is an abbreviation of I don't know, but using Indonesian pronunciation instead of IDK. And the second language that is used is Japanese words. The first one is milao. It means are you coming with me? And the second is de, which means in, at, or on. And the third one is ambe. Ambe means with. The third language is Indonesian words. The first example is nanti after dari sana kita buy some food, which means after we go there we buy some food. The second is baju, which means clothes or shirt. And the third one is itu you pesen apa, which means what did you order. And the fourth language is Mandarin or Hokkien or Hakka words. The first sample is here is shu, which means uncle, and second is siban or simban, which means 40,000 rupiah, and goban or gomban, which is 50,000 rupiah, and the last one is the use of buhauji, which means it tastes bad.
Sociolinguistic phenomenon code mixing happen because of many tribes and ethnicity meet in the same place and area. Okay, that's all from our group. Thank you for watching and have a nice day everyone. Bye bye.